Hello everyone, welcome to the Feminist Review Podcast Series 2.0. The Feminist Review Podcast is a series of conversations between women and individuals who identify themselves as women to co-create and imagine an equitable society. These conversations are personal, raw, and intimate that discovers one's experiences in our society around who they are, who they want to be, and who they are thought to be. The Feminist Review Podcast Series 2.0 is done in partnership with the British Council as a part of the British Council supported Women in Leadership project. We have curated this series specifically for feminist thinkers and leaders to come and discuss with us their expertise and their leadership journey to raise awareness, to motivate us, and to inspire us to be better leaders ourselves. I am Bharti Newar, Program Coordinator at Ujyalo Foundation, and we have with us today Bhawani Rana, co-founder and director of Hotel Sneha, the former and the first female president of FNCCI. She leads various high-level government committees and is also involved in various business sectors. Our conversations today will center around leading women in entrepreneurship and business. Bhavani ji, welcome to the podcast and thank you so much for giving us your time. हामी सबैलाई चाहिँ अलिकति women leaders को अनि तपाईको leadership को journey को context दिनको लागि will you please share with us how your leadership journey has been so far as a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur, as a leading person for so many different organizations?
Thank you so much for inviting me, first of all. I think leadership journey ko kura garदाखेरि चाहिँ I would like to go back to my past, my childhood, so from that time actually I wanted to go into something like in a leadership position, but like I went to school, St. Mary's School, and after that, like my mother always taught me that you have to be independent as a child, and then she always said, like, whatever you do in life, maybe like those days people used to go and study doctor and engineer and all, but like for me, I never wanted to go into that field, so but she said whatever field you choose, but you have to be economically independent no matter like what happens in life. If you can control your own finance, then only you can consider yourself women, like a powerful woman, so that was always in my mind. So I think I followed that, and after my schooling I went to college in India, and that time also, like after coming back from my college, I wanted to earn of my own, त्यसैले like with friends and all, I used to get stuff from India. We used to have small exhibitions and all those things, so you used to feel very happy to even earn a little money, that's your own money. So I think in those days, like my father, I consider him as my role model also. He was an Anchaladis in Panchayat time, so I used to travel a lot with him, and I could see him giving speeches, going in a public and all. So I thought, oh, even I want to go into this field, so that time I was a child, so I thought like maybe it's a politics, so I was very interested in that. But later I came to know it's a different field. Politics, economic field is different, but then I thought like maybe I should go into business. My family is not like I don't belong from a business background. Then I got married and all. So my husband is also not a businessman, but he's a hotelier. So I joined his hotel, the family hotel, and slowly like I went to Nepal. And in fact, like I worked there almost for 10 years. I started SAATHI over there, SAATHI organization, like works for women empowerment. I started Women Entrepreneurs Association, even in in the district in Midwestern Nepal also. So I worked almost 10 years in women empowerment programs like SAATHI ko women upliftment, domestic violence, देखि लिएर violence against women, trafficking issues हरूमा काम गरे. And then what I realized is like women say, I worked in a grassroots level also. Okay, I feel myself very lucky that I could work in the grassroots level to policy level. Okay, that is like gap मैले देखेको, okay, mostly. So grassroots मा काम गर्दाखेरि like women awareness, what is your right, like what is violence against women भन्ने कुरा. So different group of women सँग I worked, like Muslim women, Tharu women, then Madesi women, Pahari women. So उनीहरूको चाहिँ kind of सबै family-मा चाहिँ violence against women चाहिँ हुने, like domestic violence हुने, but different form of violence type, you know. So then we went and did trainings and all about women's त्यो बेलामा सिडोहरूको थियो नि, so in a simple language सिडोहरूको ट्रेनिङ्सहरू त्यहाँ आउटरिचसम्म गर्न सक्यौँ होइन. And then they could I mean they came to know about their rights. Not only SAATHI, other organization was also working, but still like even आफ्नो rights थाहा भएर पनि to get that right भनौँ न, unless you are economically empowered, you can't raise, okay? Because I always feel आर्थिक सक्षमता या आर्थिक जसको strong बलियो हुन्छ नि, it's like a weapon, okay? So उनीहरूलाई थाहा छ like they are getting tortured and then maybe a lot of violence भइरहेछ, तर they want to get out from that, but they could not because they were still dependent on their family, भनौँ न, husband or whatever, brother, a father, like that. So what I realize is women को चाहिँ upliftment या women को rights को बारेमा थाहा पाउँदा पनि unless they have financial independence, जब 2 पैसा कमाएपछि मात्रै they can get self confident, you know, then they feel okay, I can get away from that place and then start a new life भनेर. Then I got into FWIN also, WIN, Women Federation छ नि, it was like Women Entrepreneurs Association पहिला चाहिँ. पछि I'm also a founder member of FWIN होइन. Then we thought women को चाहिँ like rights सँगसँगै चाहिँ we should also empower them economically भन्ने कुरा. That's the main thing. It's a very important thing जस्तो लाग्यो कि मलाई, because women empowerment भनेको it's not only education is a must of course, त्यसपछि knowing their rights is also very important, but to knowing the right लाई चाहिँ उनीहरूले चाहिँ अगाडि बढ्नको लागि चाहिँ आर्थिक सक्षमता is one of the most important thing for women, no matter like where you are born, whatever you do होइन, त्यो कुरा चाहिँ एकदम important छ जस्तो लाग्यो. त्यसमा चाहिँ we started working, I started devoting my time. अनि सँगसँगै चेम्बर्सहरू हुन्छ नि, फेडरेसन यो FNCCI को चाहिँ we have chapters in all over Nepal होइन. So बर्दिया र बाँकी च्याप्टरमा I started like involving myself private sector ma, because I was looking after the hotel also and several other businesses in Nepalganj area ma. Then I joined that, and then slowly like we established FWIN also, Women Federation होइन. पहिला चाहिँ only women entrepreneurs थियो, but we need a federation है भनेर, we should I mean open chapters or in districts भनेर. So we opened that, and then from FWIN every like उसमा चाहिँ tenure-मा चाहिँ एउटा women used to be nominated in FNCCI, you know. So from FWIN I got nominated in FNCCI as a nominated member, but I went there होइन, त्यो it was a different scene for me, okay? Like all men, because FNCCI is actually a male dominant institution होइन. So I was just a member, that also nominated member, and I went there त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ it was like very I felt very uncomfortable, you know, because out of 65-70 men in that board I was the only female, and then they would talk about different business, different issues, you know. Women issues was not really I mean focused त्यो बेलामा, you know. And then I was just a dominated member, and then I said like, and then private sectors ko kuraharu huन्थ्यो and all. So I was always working for women issues, a little bit of private sector ko kuraharu. And then slowly of course I got used to भनौँ न, त्यो बेलामा I used to find myself very gender ko difference to feel हुन्थ्यो, you know. And then after FNCCI को every year 3 years को tenure हुन्छ. So त्यो tenure पछि चाहिँ अर्को president आउन लाग्थ्यो. And then all of them, they said like, I think you have capacity, you know, like you've been working in so many organizations, you have good link with the international organization, and maybe you could do something, contribute something. Why don't you stand for a member in FNCCI भनेर. So out of our 17 members हुन्छ districtमा, like that होइन, members-हरू हुन्छ. So you also stand भनेर. And that was like a first time a woman is standing as a member also. So I was not very comfortable. I said के हुन्छ यो ठाउँमा गएर and all भनेर होइन. अनि पछि चाहिँ like everyone insisted. So I was a little scared also, यिनीहरूले हराइदिने हो कि के गर्ने हो कि, like that, okay? Because like it was a men's world होइन. but still I contested, and then I won. I got the highest, votes also. I did. All the voters were men also. Okay, so it was I felt very good also. Oh, even men Lisa support गरेर आएको भनेर. Then being nominated member and elected member, I could feel the difference. Then I started leading त्यहाँको committeesहरू हुन्छ, women committee हुन्छ, social committeesहरू हुन्छ. Then I worked for women issues also. I worked for other business issuesहरूको लागि पनि. And I used to travel in different districts and all. So त्यो देखेर फेरि everyone encouraged me also. There was of course people who tried to discourage me also, but like a lot of त्यहाँको menहरू भनौँ न, businessmen, they said, oh, you can really do रहेछ. I think you must go अगाडि. Why don't you prove yourself as the first women president, you know, like 50 years भइसक्यो यहाँ नभएको. All every time menले मात्र lead गरिरहेछ भन्दा. So I always wanted to do something different in my life. I said maybe this is the place I'm looking for. This is the position I'm heading for. जस्तो पनि I felt. So I said, why not भनेर. Then they said, our vice president ko lagi, you try. So it was not easy as a member. Okay? Member mata, so many members are there, and out of so many members, I'm just a woman, please vote me. मैले त्यो बेला vote पनि पाएको थिएँ highest. But now VP भनेको त 1-to-1 you have to fight. It was not easy. And then my seniors also, they said, you know, like, since you are contesting for the VP, Tibelam Suraj was the, he was we were in his team. He was the president, and his senior vice president was Vaskarji, and then Moche, vice president, course, my candidate thing. And then my lot of seniors also, past presidents also, they said, can you really get into it? Because it's not easy, you know, it's a men's world. You have to travel, you have to रात दिन भन्ने हुँदैन, you know, because campaigning मा जाँदाखेरि you have to spend finance and पनि त्यतिकै त्यसमा involvement हुन्छ, you know. So you ask your family also and all, you know, and then can you do it? Because mobility is also very restricted नि त हाम्रो patriarchal culture मा, whatever you say, you know, but still the mindset of people are very slowly it's changing. Okay? So I said no, I will. You know, then, but thank God my husband is a very supportive person. Even my in-laws were very supportive and all. So they supported me in my journey of my leadership and business leadership. So I said, I'll go for it. Then I started, you know, like it was, I faced a lot of challenges also being a woman during that time. And then 1-to-1 contest was not easy, you know, like I could not say I'm a woman, please vote for me. From that time, then त्यो बेलादेखि चाहिँ मैले सबैलाई please vote for me because I'm a capable person. Don't vote for me because I'm a woman, you know, and feel like a woman to ho ni भनेर माया गरेर हैन. You people should vote me because I'm capable. I can also lead the organization भनेर. त्यो way I started doing my campaign. Okay? Not as a woman भनेर. Then त्यसमा पनि I won, I got very good votes and all. Then slowly senior vice president was more difficult, president was more difficult, and then reaching that position as a first woman president in the Federation of Nepalese Chamber of Commerce and Industry was not a joke. Antyo belama it was very nice time because first time Rashtrapati was also a woman, and even Sabamukh was woman, and even हाम्रो Chief Justice was woman, and private sector leader was also woman. Papersहरूमा पनि आएको थियो, and I used to feel very like it was a very proud moment, not only for me, I think for women of Nepal also. त्यो ठाउँमा पुग्दाखेरि. So and त्यो ठाउँमा पुगेर as a leader काम गर्न पनि it was a lot of challenges and all. So people must have thought, oh, she's a woman, she can't भन्ने पनि. I mean, a lot of people have that kind of mindset ni. But I proved myself. I think I had a very successful tenure once more. Did a lot of programs, national programs, international programs and all, you know. So what I feel is if you have a determination, if you have a dream to reach that position, and of course there's so many barriers around, you know, being in this society. There's so many glass ceilings around, but you have to keep on breaking that and going ahead. Okay, so you could reach that position, Banam, no?
So, तपाईको कति धेरै एक्सपिरियन्समा from being the first female president of FNCCI to co-founding FWEA, and I'm so sorry, can you please like teach me how to pronounce it?
FWIN?
FWIN.
Yeah, I was also president of FWIN.
You were also a president of the FWIN अनि so many other different organizations होइन अनि you also mentioned तपाईँले कति धेरै challengesहरू face गर्नुभयो नि त होइन so त्यो challengesहरूलाई चाहिँ तपाईँले के leadership strategiesहरू use गरेर did you tackle them and you were able to overcome those barriers that were in front of you?
First of all, what I feel is, for I think all of us, especially when we are talking about women, your program, I feel all women, because I've traveled all the districts, gaon-gaonma pani hera to women, they are so smart, like only opportunities are paeko hudaina. So we should recognize our inner talent, inner strength, because I feel every woman has a strength, because we do so many work, like we do household work, we look after our, family, look after your children, raise your children, and look after their homework and all, look social sector, and as a business गर्ने मान्छे, as a politics गर्ने मान्छे, अरू field they go out, professional काम गर्ने मान्छे, but still come back home. So we do multiple tasks, okay? So we are very strong ones, okay? So that's why we have to recognize the strength what we have, The strength I recognize गरेपछि चाहिँ you get a confident race, okay? You get that confident that I have a strength and I could fight for it भनेर. And then I think you need to have a dream, just chase the dream, and just when you step ahead एउटा step माथि चढ्दै गएपछि there's a lot of people, you can't make everyone happy, like a lot of criticism हुन्छ, especially womenहरूको leadershipमा जाँदाखेरि womenहरूलाई त they want to do character assassin गर्न खोज्छ and all, but I don't bother. And then I think you need to have a supportive family also, which is very much important in our society. If your family is supportive, then only you can openly you can work. त्यो कुरामा I'm lucky, that I have a supportive family भनेर. So त्यो challengesहरूमा चाहिँ don't bother what people says, what people talk about. You just focus your dream, just focus your work, focus your ambition. त्यो गर्यो भने चाहिँ you can. And then another thing is be positive also and have a right attitude. So I think these are the things which I always followed, and I am following that, So I think these are the things you should always practice. Yeah.
So you have been a major part of the FWIN and SAATHI. अनि reading about FWIN and SAATHI कति धेरै challengesहरू minimize गरेको छ for entrepreneurs, for women, for children, will you please share with us कसरी चाहिँ minimize भएको छ त्यो challengesहरू अनि what are the impacts that we can see अहिले यो समयमा आएर?
Okay, SAATHI को चाहिँ अब SAATHI is especially works for violence against women, domestic violence. So त्यो बेलामा like 25 years back, like almost 25 भइसक्यो SAATHI was established. Battered womenहरूलाई जाने ठाउँ थिएन, domestic violence को, that was most important. कि कुनै ठाउँमा नजाने ठाउँ नभएको ठाउँमा shelter त दिन्थ्यो नि त, And then I think SAATHI organizationले चाहिँ domestic violence को bill थिएन नेपालमा. त्यसमा they really worked hard, अब SAATHI को central presidentहरू अब Arju Deopa was also there, Pramada was there, Madhuri Singh was there, even Bhawani Rana and all. यसरी गइरहेछ. So त्यो domestic violence को बिलहरू draft गर्यो. त्यसपछि अरू violence against women को बिलहरूमा चाहिँ अब मन्त्रालयसँग बसेर काम गर्यो. अनि discriminatory lawsहरू त्यसलाई चाहिँ इक्वल हुनुपर्छ, जेन्डर बेस्ड भाइलेन्स हुनुहुन्न, जेन्डरको चाहिँ लाइक चाहिँ अब इक्वल राइट्स हुनुपर्छ मेन एन्ड वुमेनको भन्ने त्यो कुरामा मोस्टली फोकस्ड भएर चाहिँ साथीले काम गरेकोले गर्दाखेरि साथी अलङ विथ अदर अर्गनाइजेसनहरू पनि छ त्यसमा, त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ वुमेनको चाहिँ लट अफ डिस्क्रिमिनेटरी जुन लजहरू थियो नि त्यो चाहिँ अहिले छैन. जस्तै सपना मल्ल प्रधान अल्सो कन्ट्रिब्युटेड अ लट. त्यो बाहेक अरू लाइक इट्स अ चेन भनौँ न, लाइक साथीले चाहिँ एडभोकेसी गर्यो, अनि त्यसपछि लजमा पोलिसीमा चाहिँ एडभोकेसी गर्यो, त्यस्तै गरेर अरूहरू अर्गनाइजेसनले चाहिँ त्यसलाई इम्प्लिमेन्ट गर्न गऱ्यो. त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ डिस्क्रिमिनेटरी लज नहुनु भनेको नि हाम्रो लागि एकदमै राम्रो हो. डोमेस्टिक भायोलेन्सको बिल थिएन त्यो भयो होइन, पिडोफिलियाको बिलहरूदेखि लिएर लट अफ पोलिसी लेभलमा पनि काम गरेको साथीले। र अर्को चाहिँ ग्रासरुट लेभलमा गएर वुमेनलाई अवेरनेस कि वाट इज यर राइट, वाट एभर यु आर लाइक भायोलेन्स उनीहरूले सहन्थ्यो, लट अफ वुमेन दे थट इट्स पार्ट अफ देयर लाइफ, पार्ट अफ देयर लाइक मेबी यस्तै हो भन्ने, तर दे केम टु नो इट्स नट, वी आर इक्वल भन्ने कुरामा, इक्वालिटीको कुरामा चाहिँ ग्रासरुटसम्म पनि मेसेज दिन पुग्यो होइन। द्याट इज वुमेन्स राइटको कुरा भयो भने अर्को पार्ट एफविन भनेको चाहिँ अब फेडरेसन अफ वुमेन अन्टरप्रेनर्सहरू, वुमेनहरू दे नो देयर राइट्स, बट अनलेस लाइक यु क्यान अर्न, अनलेस यु बिकम अ अन्टरप्रेनर, उद्यमी नभएसम्म चाहिँ तपाईँहरूको चाहिँ इम्पावरमेन्ट हुँदैन। यु नो यर राइट्स, यु आर एजुकेटेड, बट के गर्ने त, दुई पैसा त हुनु पऱ्यो कमाउन सक्ने होइन। इफ अ वुमन इज आई थिङ्क इकोनोमिकली इम्पावर, त्यो घरको फ्यामिलीको पुरा परिवार नै इम्पावर्ड हुन्छ। हामीले कमाएर ल्याएर आएको पैसा बच्चालाई दिन्छ होला गाउँघरमा होइन, या हामीले चाहिँ फ्यामिलीलाई हेर्छौँ भने अरू मेनहरूले चाहिँ कमाएको पैसा रक्सीमा उडाउने त्यस्तो थियो नि त होइन। अझ काठमाडौँभित्र पनि कति हो, तर जिल्ला जिल्ला गाउँ गाउँमा त अझ थियो। भनेपछि वुमेनले कमाएको पैसा चाहिँ त्यही फ्यामिलीमा युज गर्ने कि त्यसले मोर इम्पावर्ड हुन्छ त्यो फ्यामिली भनेको। त्यो लेसन्सहरू दियो अनि ट्रेनिङ्सहरू होइन, लाइक दे हेभ सो मेनी इनबर्न क्वालिटी, इनबर्न ट्यालेन्ट्सहरू। एन्ड देन वेन यु गो टु डिफ्रेन्ट पार्ट अफ नेपाल, लाइक कुनै ठाउँमा बुन्ने कुराहरू, कुनै ठाउँमा ढकिया बुनिया छ, कुनै ठाउँमा चाहिँ अब डिफ्रेन्ट काइन्ड अफ ह्यान्डिक्राफ्ट्स हुन्थ्यो, होममेड अचारहरू भयो। यु कुड सी नि अहिले पनि के अरे अचारहरू देखिन्छ नि त बजारमा होइन, नौरसदेखि लिएर सो मेनी थिङ्स इट्स इन्ट्रोड्युस बाई विनको कोअपरेटिभ होइन। सो विनबाट नै इन्ट्रोड्युस भएको एफविनहरू। त्यसैले वुमेन इम्पावरमेन्ट, फाइनेन्सियल इम्पावरमेन्टको लागि चाहिँ एफविनले काम गरिरहेको र अहिले पनि गरिरहेछ कि। सो द्याट इज द टु आई मिन थिङ्क के, लाइक वान इज वुमेन राइट्सको बारेमा, जेन्डर इक्वालिटीको बारेमा, अर्को चाहिँ अन्टरप्रेनरसिप इम्पावरमेन्टको बारेमा, त्यसरी चाहिँ काम गरिरहेछ। सो आई कुड आई थिङ्क आई एम भेरी ह्याप्पी द्याट आई कुड कन्ट्रिब्युट इन बोथ द अर्गनाइजेसन।
In the context of Nepal, of course, how easy or how difficult is it for women entrepreneurs to get into the business industry? अनि कसैले चाहिँ हामीहरूले as individuals or as state, can we create an environment to support women in entrepreneurship and women in different business sectors?
आई थिङ्क अब वुमेनहरू चाहिँ मैले भने नि त होइन, मेन इम्पावरमेन्ट भनेको इकोनोमिकली फाइनेन्सियली इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट है, नो म्याटर यो हु इज यर फादर अर हस्बेन्ड अर ब्रदर इज बट अनलेस यु कुड कन्ट्रोल यर ओन फाइनेन्स, I don't consider that woman or empowered woman because केही न केही फेस गरिरहेकै हुन्छ होइन. सो इट इज भेरी डिफिकल्ट इन नेपाल बिकज बिङ अ वुमेन अन्टरप्रेनरको लागि चाहिँ मोस्ट अफ द वुमेनहरू चाहिँ एसएमइजहरू, कटेज इन्डस्ट्रिजहरू भयो, स्मल इन्डस्ट्रिज. इफ यु टक अफ बिजनेसमेन इट्स अलवेज अ म्यान होइन, तर स्लोली वुमेनहरू पनि इट्स कमिङ अप बिकज लट अफ डिफिकल्टिजहरू छ. वी सुड नट कन्सिडर ओन्ली काठमाडौँको वुमेन के, बट गाउँ गाउँको हेर्दा दे हेभ ट्यालेन्ट होइन, दे आर प्रोड्युसिङ सो मेनी थिङ्स होइन, बट द मार्केट एक्सेसको प्रब्लम छ एउटा होइन. हुज गोइङ टु डु द एक्सेस, मार्केट एक्सेसको कुरा छ, मोबिलिटीको छ, अनि लाइक क्वालिटी इम्प्रुभमेन्ट बिकज नाउ वी आर नट टार्गेटिङ ओन्ली स्मल एरिया, वी हेभ टु कम्पिट ग्लोबली अल्सो होइन. त्यसको लागि चाहिँ त्यो स्किल चाहिँ ग्लोबली जान सक्ने स्किल हुनु पऱ्यो नि. स्किल अपग्रेड गर्ने को पनि एउटा आई मिन द नलेज भनौँ न, त्यसको पनि ल्याक अफ ऊ छ. अनि यसै गरेर एक्सेस टु क्रेडिट बिकज यु वान्ट टु डु अ बिजनेस बट लाइक इफ म्यान वान्ट्स टु डु अ बिजनेस they'll put their house, land, everything in collateral too. But for a woman, they have to ask their husband or father or brother or son, you know. त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ market like access to finance is also is one of the challenging part for women entrepreneurs को लागि. तर अब एफविनले पनि एकदमै यसमा they are working on it. So policy लेभलमा कुरा गरिरहेछ. So even अहिले चाहिँ इभन स्टेटले, नेपाल सरकारले पनि वुमेन अन्टरप्रेनरसिपको लागि चाहिँ केही बजेटहरू छुट्याएको छ कि फर स्किल अपग्रेडेसनको लागि भयो. एन्ड देन टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफर इज अल्सो वान अफ द मेजर च्यालेन्ज होइन. वी हेभ लाइक अल्लोको कुरा गर्दाखेरि वी हेभ सो मेनी नेचुरल रिसोर्सेसहरू कि, तर त्यसलाई चाहिँ अब मार्केटमा कमर्सियल लिजानको लागि चाहिँ नयाँ टेक्नोलोजीहरू चाहियो. त्यसको चाहिँ जति हामीले चाहिँ स्टेटबाट पाउनुपर्ने गभर्मेन्टबाट त्यति पाइरहेको छैन कि सो दे फेस मच मोर च्यालेन्जेस देन मेन अन्टरप्रेनर्सहरू तर अब स्लोली एफविन इज अल्सो वर्किङ अन द्याट डिफ्रेन्ट अर्गनाइजेसन्सहरूसँग इन्टरनेसनल अर्गनाइजेसनसँग काम गरिरहेछ इभन ब्रिटिस काउन्सिलसँग पनि एक्चुली वी वर्क एफविन एफएनसिसिआईले पनि यो स्टार्टअप प्रोजेक्ट्सहरूको लागि काम गरेको छ मैले नै एउटा साइन पनि गरेको थिएँ कि प्रोजेक्ट इट्स अलमोस्ट एन्ड नाउ सो आई थिङ्क दिज आर द थिङ्स वी निड टु बुस्ट अप फर वुमेनको लागि अनि स्टेटले पनि केही छुट्याएको छ तर अब अझ इट्स नट पर्याप्त छैन भन्छु कि म नट इनफ यु स्टिल हेभ टु डु इट
सो अलिकति वुमेन अन्टरप्रिनरसिपबाट सिफ्ट भएर युथ अन्टरप्रिनरसिपतिर जाऊँ होइन कतिको इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ हाम्रो ओभरअल बिजनेस इन्डस्ट्रिजको डेभलपमेन्टको लागि अफ युथ अन्टरप्रिनर्सको
अब युथ त दे आर एसेट भनौँ न होइन नेपालमा त युथ भनेको वान अफ आवर कम्पेरिटिभ एडभान्टेजै हो नि होइन तर त्यो युथलाई चाहिँ वी सुड not only feel proud, oh, we have comparative advantage, youthहरू छ भने तर you have to convert that resources into capital, okay? त्यसको लागि चाहिँ of course startup projectsहरू and you have to give them different trainingsहरू हैन त्यो दिन सक्नुपर्छ कि and it's very very important because when I see youthहरूलाई अहिले they have so much of talent कि so much of creativity अहिलेको यो टेक्नोलोजीले गर्दाखेरि they know actually IT सेक्टरमा हेरौँ कि अरू सेक्टरमा I find them so smart है इभन गर्ल्सहरू हैन अब बोय त छँदैछ यो युथहरू चाहिँ सो तिनीहरूलाई अलिकति बुस्ट अप चाहिँ हामीले गर्नुपर्छ इट्स भेरी भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट बिकज दे आर द फ्युचर अफ नेपाल हैन बिकज आई थिङ्क वी निड देम टु बिल्ड नेपाल कि for prosperity भनौँ न नेपालको लागि so it's very important so government has to focus on youth भन्छु so we've been working in that also area also FNCCI बाट पनि FWIN बाट पनि youth organization नै छ हाम्रो हैन Nepalese youth organization छ नि त एउटा NYEF हैन त्यहाँबाट पनि कामहरू गरिरहेछ so it's very important but you need to give them trainingsहरू in different areas and then startup project ko like government is also has allocated some funds also even FNCCI le pani gariracha startup projects harma chai hamile boost up gardinu parcha.
So we're coming towards the end of our podcast. Do you have any final messages or some tricks of the trade bhanum ki any messages bhanum haina for women entrepreneurs and youth leaders aileko?
Of course, like I feel that everyone should have a dream, ambition, so, and I feel that if you really work for it, you'll get it. Okay? And you have to really know the strength, what you have inside you. You have to know yourself. Then it comes, your confidence comes. Okay? Nothing is impossible. You just go for it, you'll get it. Okay? And aileko youth like I say, you must have a attitude, good attitude also. Okay? And if you go for it, you will get it.
Thank you so much, Bhawani ji, for this inspiring and motivating conversation and for letting me know kati dhera government policies are intact raisa to help us women entrepreneurs and leaders to succeed. And thank you so much to our listeners and viewers. I will see you next time with another woman in leadership.